Hey Gemini, and welcome to August 2020. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for returning subscribers and welcome newbies. I'm a medium first and a reader second, so I'm always channeling messages that may resonate, they may not resonate. So just take what resonates and leave everything else out. So this is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, Gemini Venus. Okay. So I'm also using the Starseed Oracle for your spiritual guidance this month. And this month, we're going to be looking at key areas, okay? So looking at your home, career, love, the unexpected, and getting you some advice as well. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm cutting the deck. And welcome, cross-watchers. You're more than welcome here. If you would like a private reading, which is all about you or your circumstance, the information is in the description box for contact below. Okay, guys, so let's get into it. Bottom of the deck, we've got Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful Jupiterian energy here. A new cycle coming in for you. Yes. New circumstances that are going to affect all key areas. Okay, this may have happened in this last lunar eclipse, but there's something new that is coming in for you, and it is kicking you off in a brand new way. Okay, now looking at your home life, we have the Five of Swords. So a lot of you are really in a defeat state, saying, I'm done, I'm finished, I'm not doing this anymore. Some of you are in the middle of a breakup or wanting to break up with someone. Some of you are calling it a day. Some of you are moving out on roommates. Some of you are just over where you live. You're wanting to have a quiet, tranquil space. There's too much stress that's gone on in some of your places. For someone out there, there's been a lot of arguing and fighting and toxicity. You're just generally unhappy at home, some of you. Some of you feel like you're in a battle zone with a real estate agent or a lease or a landlord. There's something that you're trying to battle yourself out of, okay? Others of you just feel like you just do not want to get involved in any more toxic energy that may be going on around the home. There could also be things that you are in disputes with neighbors, with people in the street. There could be a little bit of disputes in the community, things like that going on around you. And I feel like some of you just don't want to fight anymore. You just don't want to do it anymore. You want to walk away. You want to be the bigger person and just walk away. You're no longer standing your ground. If something needs to be sold for whatever reason, you're selling it. If something needs to be fixed, you're just doing it. You've kind of stopped the battle. You've kind of stopped worrying about what you can't change and only focusing in what you can. You may also be in a legal dispute with property. You could also be in a dispute with a landlord that needs to give you back bond or something like that. In the area of your career, we've got the King of Pentacles. Very strong in your career at the moment, Gemini. Loads of things are happening. Doors are opening. Opportunities are definitely there. This is a really stable time for you where your career is concerned. This is a wonderful time for being seen. You're definitely being notoried. You know, there's achievement awards. There's a lot of accolation here for you. There's a lot of things that are great happening in the area of your career right now. You're very excited to see what the future is. People want to work with you. They want you to be in charge. They see your skill base. They definitely see the bigger picture. So whatever work that you've been putting in, it's definitely been acknowledged. Whatever kind of effort you've been putting in, people are seeing that. People are seeing you. This can be a little bit daunting for some of you who perhaps didn't want to go into the promotion, but have been asked to. You may be in reflection or indecisive, but this is a great time. This is a great time for earning the coin and having that financial stability for yourself. I love that. In the area of your love life, we have the Eight of Swords. Some of you feel really stuck. Some of you feel really restricted. Some of you feel that you need to free yourself from a situation. You need to take the blindfold off. You need to unravel yourself where something or a situation is concerned. You may be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but you be feeling that you are quite restricted. You feel a little bit restricted where your love life is concerned. Some of you are just not happy. Some of you are walking from any kind of relationship that is restrictive, that makes you feel like you are caught up in things that you don't want to be caught up in. There could be a lot of manipulation going on around you. There's a lot of communication coming in and out. There could be third-party situations for some of you as well. Even though this is not the Three of Swords, I do see a state of confusion where your love life is concerned. Not for all of you, but for some of you. Some of you have got yourself into a situation that you'd rather not be in, but you're not sure now how to get out of it. You can get out of it by unraveling yourself, taking the blindfold off, seeing your truth, owning your truth, and walking free in that. Some of you feel restricted because of a partnership or a partner that is now going through a certain difficulty, and you feel that you need to be there. Others of you are dealing with someone who won't speak up about something. They're refusing to talk about it. They're refusing to tell you how they really feel, even though you know something's wrong. In the area of the unexpected, we've got the King of Cups, which is Piscean energy, Cancerian energy for others. This is someone who is coming to you with an offer of some kind. This is an unexpected offer. This is someone who is very kind, very generous, very knowing, and really wants to help you with the situation. Male or female, these energies are fluent. But I do feel that you're going to be listening to whatever this king brings. This person is very good with communication. They're very tranquil to you at this time, and they're very good at helping you upon this emotional path. For some of you, there's been a very emotional time. There could also be news coming in that is waves of emotion for you, that turns your world upside down, that you're needing to rethink path in some way. In the area of the advice, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. You do no longer need to be defensive mode. You don't need to fight the battle. You don't need to be involved in something. If you don't want to be in something, you walk out of it. If you don't want to be responsible for something, you don't sign up for it. They're asking you to take some responsibility for your actions this month, Gemini, on what it is that is truth to you, what it is that you know is right for you and your situation, because we've got a brand new chapter here that you are going to need all of your wits about you. You are going to need everything going in your favor as it is right now. And in order to do that, you need to sort some situations out in your love life and career, perhaps for someone as well. And you definitely need to quit standing up for things that you do not agree with, because that is in the advice. You need to stop being the yes person, and you need to start saying a firm no, okay? It's definitely going to be a time of reconciliation for some of you. You're definitely walking away from anything that's not serving you, that's not good for you, that feels toxic, feels restrictive. You want in-depth conversations. You want deep and meaningful situations at this time. You want people to hear you. You want people to recognize you and understand you. You need clarity on something. I feel like your career is doing very well at this time, or if you're launching something, there is going to be greatness that comes along with that. I feel like you've mastered your career, but where your relationships are concerned, I feel that need a little bit of work for some of you. And where it is that you're feeling a little restricted, it could have been the Mercury retrograde element. You may have Mars in your chart as well that's made you a little bit fiery, and you might be offside with people, or they may be offside with you. But there's also that Capricorn energy that's here along with Taurus energy. So there's a lot of grounding, and you're looking at your stabilities. And it's really important at this time that you do look at your stabilities, because there can be some people around you that bring some instability, which is going to throw you a little bit off track. I'm also hearing that whatever advice you're getting from this King of Cups, it's going to be emotional, because they're giving you the truth. This person's a truth teller. And I do feel that whatever they have to say is full of goodness. It's full of good substance. It's great advice if you're willing to listen. Being restricted in relationships as well, you've found yourself that has put you round in circles, made you feel upside down. This Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising definitely knows how to manipulate you, knows how to get what they want, and knows how to tie you up to the way they want you to be. This could be someone that you're dealing with at work. This could be an ex. This could be someone who is just jealous of what you have or jealous of you. If you're single and looking, you may be feeling like there's no one out there for me at this time. You may be feeling that you're wanting to play the field a little bit. You don't want to be in anything too seriously. You don't want to be in anything that's restrictive. You want to play the field just a little bit. You know, you just want to get out there and test the waters. Let's get some clarifiers, shall we? And see where we go. Yeah, walking away. Some of you are having to sell property or leave a home. Some of you are moving out. You're calling it a day. Some of you are walking away from what you know is going to not be good outcome. You definitely don't want to have any more conflict. You're putting your head down and you're walking away. Others of you feel like you can't change this person. You can't change the situation. You need to concentrate on the good things here and stay out of that 5 of Cups mentality. Some of you are sick and tired of fighting with someone in a family situation or over a home. And you really are coming to the point of whether you're going to sell this home or whether you are going to walk out. There's some kind of conclusion that's coming here because a brand new chapter is opening up with the Wheel of Fortune there. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles for career for Gemini, please. Knight of Cups, new offers coming in, solid offers coming in. Someone giving you an opportunity to put you in a great position, someone asking for your mentorship. You may be training people, you may be the boss, you may be new in management, you may have gone into management and you're learning step by step. It is a Knight of Cups, so there's an apprentice of being a page, and then the Knight of Cups is someone who is quite proficient in their skill base, really understands what they're doing, but is not yet a king. That could be you, learning all the ranks, learning all the things that you need to within a position. Teaching others in the role or teaching others the role of what you've been in or what you've gone up. Let's clarify this Swords energy here. You're very conflicted about a relationship, some of you. Others of you are just not wanting to have love on the table at this time. Clarify this one. Let's see what we have. Yeah, the Star card. You're hopeful that a situation is going to turn out with great outcome. The Star card is someone who has gone through a lot. This relationship has gone through many twists, many turns. You may well be at the end of a cycle here. Some of you have gone through so much with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or you as a Gemini may have gone through a lot. You're trying to find the hopefulness in a situation. You're hopeful that you have making the right decision. You're hopeful that there's going to be a good outcome with whatever it is that's restricting you in this relationship at this time. You're hoping that the second chance that's given is going to be worth it, or the reconciliation is going to be worth it. Others of you are freely leaving the situation because you know who you are, you know what you want, and it doesn't agree with what you're in. You're definitely finding your own path. The Star card is Major Arcana. It's Aquarian energy. Some of you are thinking of the other person and getting yourself out of the situation because you love them that much, or you want the best for them. You may also be dealing with an Aquarius. We have the Sword energy here, the Aquarius that knows what they want, but they restrict you, or they're very passionate about what they want, or they restrict you. They could be a little bit selfish, self-consumed. So moving forward to your unexpected here with the King of Cups, this offer of communication. Clarify, please. King of Cups. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. Very firm, direct conversation. Someone is definitely owning their truth or giving you the truth. This could be a truth teller. Someone who is very straight with their talking, but they mean it in a very beautiful way. They may be coming in and helping you to get out of a situation, or helping you to give you some great advice about a situation that's quite daunting for you or has a lot of mental clutter for you. This could also be a brother or a father for some of you, or you don't want to make the same mistakes as a father did or as a brother did. You may want to go the high road and be a little bit more understanding of things around you. The advice is to look at everything in the tranquility and not get caught up in the emotion. The advice here is also to be very understanding of your situation. Know what you want from people and know what you want from the circumstance. Cut out what doesn't serve you, but also stand firm in what it is that is truth, what it is that you believe in, and what it is that you know will either work or fail in your path. And that's individual for all of you. In the advice here, area as well, the Four of Swords. You're done. You guys are over it. The advice here is to take some time out. Now, with this here in the unexpected, someone's going to give you an opinion. Someone is going to give you an opinion and advice here. Whether you're going to take it or not, you may or may not. But you can keep battling out this same situation, or you can take the advice and save yourself. That's in reverse, might I add. You are going to be exhausted by a continual battle that is not truthful. You are going to find exhaustion within whatever situation that you're not holding your truth in. You are going to find a lot of advice from many, many people, but it's going to exhaust you because people are going to be coming at you with what they think, what they want, what they advise. Are you going to take their advice, or are you going to take time out and come to your own conclusions? And some of you need to stop asking others about what you should do on something. They're not living your life. They need to know what it is that you need. And if you can't give those answers because you're unsure of what your path is meant to look like, that's the work you need to do on yourself. The Wheel of Fortune, please. Yeah, there's news coming that is going to determine what happens in this next chapter. There's definitely news coming for some of you. For some of you, this is great news. For others of you, this is going to turn your path to a different type of cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is going in your favor where communication is concerned, where your stabilities are concerned as well, and giving you the opportunity for change or opportunity for stability. So some of you who need to change your path, the winds of change have already happened, and it's up to you to take the advice. For those of you who are happy and everything's fantastic in your world, there is brand new news coming in that is going to change that cycle of things, change you in a way that's going to be very monumental, whether it's in your career or whether it's finding the love of your life. There's a big shift here as we go through the month. So this is wonderful energy for those of you who want to use it in the positive side. There can be a little bit of negativity there as well for those of you who are unsure or uncertain of path. So the best advice that I can give you is take the time out this month. Really overlook all of your situations and see what is right and see what is wrong. You'll know what to do. The intuition will definitely tell you. I do feel that some of you are sick and tired of communicating with someone who is just a battle of wills. An absolute battle of wills. You can't win this conversation, Gemini. That's just someone that you've done your time with 5 years, 5 months. You need to cut it out now. The journey is done. The lesson has been learnt. Take the stake and move forward. Take the lesson with you and move forward. And if there is any offers that are coming in for you, now is the time to say yes, because Mercury is direct, but it's also a time of action with the Mars element here as well, because Mars is very active in the sign of Aries. So if you have a rising or moon sign in Aries or Scorpio, you may be feeling very driven, very much wanting to take the opportunities as they arrive. You don't want to wait. You could be spontaneous. There could also be a little bit of pressure on you, so be careful of your temper. Okay, the Mars element will definitely fuel things faster for you, but it can also bring some dramatics. So make sure that whatever it is that you're communicating is cool, calm, and collected, okay? In the love sector too, I feel that some of you now know what you want in a partnership, now know what you will settle for, now know what you won't settle for, now know what you really want, what you've needed in your life perhaps all along. Some of you have had to follow the star. Some of you have realized and recognized the change that was needed within self to move forward, to find the perfect partnership, to find that one that you thought, was for you or wasn't for you. Some of you have been doubting the kind of love that you have. Some of you are blocking new opportunities because of past experiences. We need to shed that skin this month, okay? Let's get into the spiritual advice for you, and I'm using the Starseed Oracle by the beautiful Rebecca Campbell and artwork by Danielle Knoll. Beautiful deck. And let's see what we have for you, Gemini. What are the messages, Spirit, that Gemini needs for their path on August 2020? Ooh, there's a few there. Anything more that Gemini need at this time, Spirit? Please make it clear. Thank you so much. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Bring these down. Loads to tell you here, Gemini. Loads to tell you. Okay. Yeah, let's get started. So the first card that's come out here is the Star Keeper. And this has to do with your roots, with your ancestry. This is the seed of light, and by staying grounded, We need to stay grounded at this time. Now, some of you are dealing with situations that are very toxic. Some of you are dealing with people that are very toxic, and it is a time to release these people right now. Okay, let's bring you up a bit. It is a time of release for you. You definitely have some support here from your ancestors, or there's someone on the other side that's telling you to go in a certain direction. Some of you may feel like you're being pushed in a different way, or new opportunities are opening up for whatever reason. And this is the Star Keeper energy here. It's wanting you to stay grounded and see the light by staying grounded. So really finding a sense of who you are, kind of like the Star card, knowing who you are, knowing what's best for your path, knowing that you need to change your path if you are not happy, if you are not fulfilled, if you feel that these opportunities are not good for you. It's all about learning self, and it's all about knowing self. And some of you really need to look in the mirror and change your circumstance if you need to. Some of you have put things off for way too long. Some of you have allowed behavior that has now been detrimental to your health or detrimental to the relationship, or has put you off your track in some way. And this has not been good for you, because you are trying to now fight against what is fate, fight against what is best for you, and so forth. So you're needing also, there's so many different people that are calling you at this time. Some of you are wanting to go in a different direction, don't know where to go, a little bit of confusion. So you need to anchor yourself in a way of grounding at this time, okay? And you really need to decide on what's happening. Some of you are having an awakening. Some of you, this is awakening that's happening for you. Some of you may be called at this time in all different directions, and you need to know exactly what is best and suited for you. So the more grounded that you're going to remain at this time, the more stable things are going to be around you. So it's the earth energy that's coming in and giving you less of a reactive kind of energy and giving you more of a solid, honest, grounded, okay? And some of you also need to stay grounded because you are up in the toxicity of somebody else or expectation of others as well. So be mindful, be very mindful of that. We also have here Venus, and I love this element here with the surrender to the sweetness. Venus. It's all about your love life as well. And some of you do need to either mend a relationship or you need to let it go. You can't have your cake and eat it too, is what I'm hearing. You cannot have your cake and eat it too in this circumstance, Gemini. You need to do the right thing by yourself or by the other person. You need to either be 100% in something or getting yourself out of it. And you need to make that clear in all areas of your life. So you're either loving what you do or you're leaving it. You're either committed in a relationship or you're single. You're either part of everything working out in the bigger plan or you are surrendering to it. And this is the Venus energy here, which brings in the love around you, how you are loved, how love relationships are with you. How does it work in your relationship? Is there love there? What is the pleasure and joy in your relationships? Some of you need to make love your priority. Some of you need to make love to life. You need to love what you're doing. You need to quit everything that's not working for you, and you need to find that love. You also need to be looking at others in your world. Some of you are so busy with building everything that's meant to be for everybody else and so on and so forth that you forget the real joy in a circumstance. You need to also look and recognize about the sweetness that's in somebody or around something, because some of you have really disconnected from the sweetness of something, which has caused a lot of toxicity or it's caused a lot of pain. Some of you need to be in the middle of enjoying the situation instead of complaining about it. And you need to surrender to what is a gift, what is a blessing, and what is the way that you can enjoy your life just a little bit more. And that's individual for all of you, okay, because this is a general reading. But what is it that makes you light up? Who is it that makes you light up? Be honest with yourself this month, Gemini. It's really important. It's really important that you are being truthful and standing in your ground and holding that sword, which you are, and being able to answer the question from a honest standpoint, okay? That's really important. So the next card out we have for you guys is the courageous peony. Unique nature. Let yourself be seen. What are you scared of at this minute? What are you afraid of? And why are so many of you worried about other people's opinions? They are not your gateway to happiness. The gateway to happiness is through you and through Source. And we cannot find that completeness within ourselves until we are truthful with ourselves, until we are honest with ourselves, and we recognize our flaws, and we recognize where we are not happy, and we change that. Okay? Some of you are going to need a lot of courage this month to come clean with something. You may have someone around you that tells you the truth. You may not like it, but they're doing it because they care. You may be dealing with very truthful people at the moment, and it scares you a little bit because you then have to fix something in you. You then have to find something in you. Here we go. A new earth. It's happening. You need to keep holding that vision that you're wanting to manifest. No going off track. Completely centered on what you have for a vision and where you're going and what you're doing. Nothing is going to change your path unless you make it happen this month, okay? And the new earth is new beginnings are awakening for you. New beginnings are here. New situations are here. It's how you're going to handle it as you walk through. It's happening. You need to hold the vision. You need to hold on to what is true. You need to know yourself this month. You need to get back to the basics. You need to understand what you are part of the universe. What is your collective part? You know, what is it in your side of the relationship that you are not doing or are doing? There's a new way forward if you want it. There's a way out if you want it. But you have to want it, Gemini. You have to want to open Pandora's box. You have to want to step into your truth. You have to want to step into the light. You have to step into the honesty of yourself. Some of you, not all of you. And here we are. All paths lead to home. So your inner authority, your intuition, the high priestess is kind of here. Turn your gaze within. You will find the answers, Gemini. What is it that Gemini wants? What makes Gemini happy? Who makes Gemini happy? What circumstances does Gemini want to be in? Who does Gemini want to be with? What does Gemini's path look like? What does the life look like? What does your happiness look like? Where are your securities? Who is your security? And if you do want a brand new beginning, what does that look like? It's kind of a vision board kind of thing. And all paths lead you back to self, lead you back to home. The only place we have to live in is within our bodies, so we need to take care of that. And we also need to be our own inner authority. If your intuition is saying no, that's probably a great indicator of not to sign up to something, not to agree to something, not to say yes to something that you know is a no. It's all about honesty and truth with you this month, Gemini. And you also need to turn your gaze within so that you can be fully standing in your truth, living in your truth, and have the self-worth and value there. No one else can do this journey for you, Gemini. Only you can do this. And I know that you can. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I hope this helped at least one of you out there. If it did, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the very next video. Thanks for tuning in, guys.